Modern society avoids uncomfortable truths. One of them is this: a man's greatness, his discipline, his strength, his magnetism, his clarity, can often be traced back to his semen, or more precisely, his ability to retain it. To speak plainly, a man's greatness is found in his balls. This statement isn't vulgar, it's vital. It breaks through the fog of comfort, porn addiction, easy dopamine, and soft living. It points toward a deeper masculine principle that's been understood for centuries by warriors, sages, monks, and kings. Sexual energy, when mastered and retained, becomes a force of personal evolution. In this essay, we will dive deeply into the ancient, spiritual, physical, and psychological implications of semen retention and how it connects to a man's greatness. Semen is not just a bodily fluid. It is the essence of creation. In one drop of semen, there are millions of sperm cells, each carrying potential to create life. The body does not produce it casually. It takes energy, nutrients, and biological precision to form this substance. From a scientific standpoint, it's made from blood plasma and spinal fluid. It is literally concentrated life force. The ancients knew this. In Taoism, semen is referred to as Jing, one of the three treasures of the body. The loss of Jing was equated to losing years of life. In Hindu yoga traditions, semen is called virya, which means strength, energy, heroism. The idea was simple. When you waste semen, you waste yourself. So when we say a man's greatness is found in his balls, it is not just metaphor. The testicles are the seat of life energy, and what you choose to do with that energy determines your destiny. We are living in a time where masculinity is in crisis. Pornography, casual sex, low ambition, soft living, poor diets, and lack of purpose have castrated men spiritually. A man who ejaculates daily is living in a constant state of depletion. He is foggy, easily manipulated, unmotivated, tired, and dull. He lacks a fire in his eyes that makes kings. He becomes passive, reactive, and fragile. He looks for validation from women, from society, from likes and followers. But he never looks within. This is not how men were meant to live. The greatness of a man is not found in how much he can score, but how much he can discipline his desire. Every ejaculation without purpose is a little death. Every moment of restraint is a forge of power. When you retain, you rise. When you spill, you shrink. Ask yourself, what makes a man powerful? Is it muscles? Is it money? Is it charm? No, these things come after. The root of true power is self-mastery. A man who cannot master his own desire is not ready to master anything in the world. When you retain your semen, you are in constant battle with the lower self, the lustful self, the addicted self, the lazy self. You face the dragon every day. And every day you hold the line, you sharpen your sword. Your mind becomes clearer. Your body becomes stronger. Your energy surges. You begin to walk with confidence, not because you memorize some fake alpha tips, but because you have earned your own respect. The warrior spirit is born through restraint. The ancient samurai practiced celibacy during times of war. Monks in the Shaolin Temple avoided ejaculation to sharpen their martial energy. Even in ancient Rome and Sparta, warriors abstained before battle, believing that sexual energy gave them edge. Your semen is your sword. Retain it, sharpen it, and you will never walk weak. Many great men in history have practiced semen retention, not as a moral rule, but as a creative necessity. Nikola Tesla, the brilliant inventor, was celibate his entire life. He believed his sexual energy had to be converted into invention and innovation. Leonardo da Vinci was said to abstain from sex to preserve his mental clarity. Muhammad Ali abstained from sex before fights. Mike Tyson said his trainer D'Amato enforced long periods of retention during training camps. Why? Because hunger creates greatness. Sexual energy is not just for reproduction. It is a creative fire. When retained, it fuels vision, drive, art, expression, charisma, and leadership. It becomes ambition. It becomes courage. It becomes greatness. Think about your own life. The days you waste your semen through porn or casual sex. How do you feel? Drained, foggy, guilt-ridden, passive. And when you retain for even a few days, you start walking taller. You speak with more force. You start planning, dreaming, doing. Because your balls are full. And when your balls are full, your life is full. When a man is retaining, his presence changes. It's not something that can be faked. There's a certain charge in his aura. Women sense it. Men respect it. Children admire it. It's not about being handsome or loud or rich. It's something deeper, life force overflowing. Your voice becomes richer, your eyes more piercing, your handshake firmer, your decisions bolder. Why? Because your nervous system is charged. Your hormones are optimized. Your brain is clean. Your testosterone is high. Your energy is not leaking. It's building. This is why women become drawn to men on semen retention. Not because they read about it, but because they feel it. Nature responds to power. When a man holds a seed, he holds gravity. The world cannot help but notice. One of the most important skills a man must master is transmutation. Turn the urge to release into the urge to rise. When lust hits you, you don't run from it. You take that fire and pour it into your workout, your business, your mission, your art, your prayers. That is alchemy. That is what turns boys into men. Every urge is a gift, an opportunity to rise above. Instead of being a slave to lust, you make lust serve you. And over time, that process rewires your brain. The more you retain, the more you control the fire. And eventually, you realize something profound. You are no longer controlled by your balls. You command them. And through that command, your greatness emerges. Retention doesn't just impact your body. It reshapes your mind and awakens your spirit. Here's what happens on semen retention. Mental clarity increases. You start thinking in straight lines. Your focus sharpens. Motivation increases. You begin to act with purpose, urgency, and fire. Discipline becomes easier. You start eating better, waking earlier, working harder. Anxiety and depression often fade because your energy is no longer leaking. Spiritual insight emerges. You begin to see yourself and the world more clearly. This is not magic. It's biology aligned with intention. The sexual center is tied to the root chakra and sacral chakra. When it's out of balance, your life is chaotic. When it's harnessed, you gain spiritual momentum. Many men have found that through retention, they rediscover God, their purpose, or their calling. Why? Because for the first time, their inner compass is no longer hijacked by lust. The signal is clear. A man who is full of retained semen is often full of direction. Let's be honest. The world does not want you retaining. Porn is everywhere. Sexual images are on every screen. The culture pushes hookup culture, fast pleasure, and instant release. But your job as a man is to stand against it all. Each day you retain, you reclaim yourself. You fight back against the programming. You prove to yourself that you are not weak, not a slave, not an animal. You are a king. And kings don't bow to urges. They command empires. This is a daily battle. Some days you will fall. But even in failure, you learn. And the next day, you rise stronger. It is not about perfection. It's about progress and persistence. Eventually, retention becomes second nature. The temptations become quieter, and the fire inside you burns brighter. Men who retain often feel alone because the path is narrow. But remember, you are not alone. You are part of the silent brotherhood of men across the world choosing greatness. You are choosing to walk away from weakness, from lust, from mediocrity. You are not just doing this for yourself. You are doing it for your future wife, your future children, your community, your lineage. You are becoming the rock, the foundation, the leader. The world needs men who are full of purpose, discipline, and life force. Semen retention is not just a personal practice. It's a revolution of masculinity. The man who retains becomes a leader not by shouting, but by embodying power. When you waste your seed, you waste your power. When you retain your seed, you awaken your greatness. So protect it, respect it, honor it. Do not let the world steal your strength with screens, sex, or shame. Let your balls become the forge of your legacy. Because in the end, a man's greatness is not measured by how much he gives into the world's temptations, but by how deeply he owns his fire. Your greatness is in your balls. Not because they define you, but because they carry the raw energy that you must mold into the man you were born to be. Retain, rise, rule. Join the Retain to Thrive Telegram channel at the link below, where we focus on building discipline, overcoming distractions, and achieving goals. Join the supportive community, sharing tips, motivation, and accountability. Let's grow together, one step at a time.